So some random thoughts about training. I'm sitting out front of Gold's. My first leg day after my trek. Everything's feeling good. And it's no, I know the first day. It's been about what, roughly 48 hours since I took the pack off. Um, my hip was slightly hurt. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was sleeping. I was testing myself, so I wasn't sleeping in some extreme places. Like it would have been much better with some softer areas, which I could have found, but I wanted to test the pitching ability. But back to fitness. I was thinking about training versus overtraining and then push pull legs. That is such a easy format for anybody to follow, no matter what your goal is. If you're doing ultra endurance, bodybuilding, powerlifting, just push pull legs. And then within that, you need to decide whether, okay, is this going to be like a heavy multi joint push pull or leg movement, or this is just going to be accessories. And like all you have to do is think about your body, think about muscles that push, think about muscles that pull, and then the legs. And it's just so easy. Like you can go in there 4 sets, or I stand corrected, four quality exercises, and I would say 4 sets minimum for a beginner, and then just that 12 reps of like overload, 12 reps of overload, like going to you can barely get those 12 reps, and then on the last set you want to do like intensifier. You know what I mean? So your intensifier is your drop set where it's like, okay, it's a pin machine. Let me go ahead and drop it down 30 or 40 pounds. Let's say drop it down 25 to 40% of what you're lifting. Or and if that happens to be body weight, then that happens to be body weight. Um yeah, somebody just walked up. I like, don't want to be strange talking to myself in the car, but it's all good. Um yeah, so 4 sets, 4 exercises, 4 to 5 sets, 12 reps with an intensifier. That's an easy way into it. And then you can always add your cardio before or after, or if you're training up for something extreme, who says you can't do, if you have the time to dedicate, which will segue into the overtraining thing, who says you can't do cardio for a good cardio extended warm up, then go into your main lifting components, whatever you're going to lift, push, pull, or legs, or some body weight, whatever, and then end with some core and then more cardio. I mean, that's a big block workout. Like you could, theoretically, you could do something like that in a short amount of time. You could do the 10-minute warm up, 5-minute warm up. I'm gonna do just blast nonstop lifting and movement. Like that would be nothing crazy like heavy weights. But I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go push exercises 20 minutes, 10 whatever. You can always fit it in a 5-minute, 10-minute, you know what I mean, cool down. That's 30 minutes of stimulus. Anytime you break that 30-minute mark, I feel is like, okay, that was worth the effort, even if you can only get 30 minutes in at the gym or the walk or outside or whatever. And it's making me think back to like in the military, right? So especially on deployment, because you got to remember I did a high volume deployment. So I did Iraq 5 times, Afghanistan 3 times, um, and I got a little bit TBI. It might be more or less. Uh, I did Ukraine, and I did two stints in Africa. And if you're not actively patrolling or going on operations, like most combat arms, like operations kind of guys are steadily looking for the gym. And I remember there would be periods where remember it's where I got that work ethic in the gym from my regiment buddy. It'd be midnight chow, the chow hall, like you always would want to base your workouts. We were trying to be smart at a young age, basing our workouts off fueling, especially for the muscle building aspects, because we all wanted to be jacked. But I remember like there would be midnight chow that opened at 11:30, closed at 2, if you were on a lucky enough to be on a place like that. And I remember we would go train. We would go train from 11 o'clock, 11:30 to damn near 2 in the morning, and make it in there just enough time to get these huge plates of food. So it's fireworks. So I don't really believe in overtraining. especially if you're training for something big. You have to push the envelope. You want to be a champion, a major event, a major competition. Any sort of running, lifting endeavors, mixed martial arts type of thing, uh, any sort of combat sports, anything you want to be good at, you got to push the envelope. But then you always have to be smart and listen to your body, right? So you got to recover as much as you train, and you can't. The last word of advice would be: you can't out drug, you can't out supplement, and you can't out train a bad diet. So if you put nothing but shit into your body, which is hard, you're gonna have shit outcome. That's 5 minutes of my thoughts about fitness.